Have you ever watched that video, Japanese guy pronouncing things? It's really funny.
Just saying stuff.
Kamaru, driver, Volkswagen Jetta.
Oh, so cool.
It's so racist, but it's really funny. And the best part is Rich, my roommate, sent it to me while we were eating at a Japanese restaurant.
No. Have y'all ever seen Twin Peaks?
Twin Peaks?
Yeah, it's like a 90s soap opera mystery type thing. It's real weird.
It sounds familiar.
I ended up Netflix binging it when I was on probation and sober, but they have these like these really racist kind of side characters, and one of them was like this Japanese guy. And I was like, dude, that is the most racist depiction of a Japanese guy ever. And I didn't even realize, like, at the end of that episode, they like revealed that it was actually this redheaded white lady in disguise as a Japanese man.
Oh, wait, what?
So I was like, that makes it. It was offensive without knowing that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she says it like that. The redheaded white lady still talks like that, though. Oh, it was me. It was a me.
It was me.
I identify you as a Japanese man.
This is a fair way to start.
I
Just hit on.
How y'all know we started? Because I
did we?
not hitting the button. No, we're good.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so this is the Uneducated Statements podcast. I'm Andy Abode.
I'm Mark Joseph.
And today we have a very special guest,
Doug Dalton.
Mr. Doug Dalton, Dougie Fresh.
Doug Dalton.
Do you remember any treats, Doug?
No, just all my drink.
Actually, really.
I've got a few active ones and a couple inactive ones. Are corn nuts and sunflower seeds okay?
I mean, it's probably going to sound like shit on the recording.
What do you mean? I don't know.
God damn it.
We probably should have established some ground
use
rules.
Your Lord's name in vain, please.
Yo, also,
Okay.
put the mic a little bit closer because you'll sound super quiet if you don't. That's one thing I noticed. We sound kind of quiet on the recording sometimes.
Did we?
Yeah, like when I listen to it on YouTube in my car, I have to turn the volume up all the way in my car. So when I unplug the phone, because I listen to the podcast while I'm driving, our podcast, because I'm a narcissist.
Okay.
And,
No, we had to drive the whole way back from San Antonio. I was like pissed at our mic situation, and like we were in the back of Javi. It was me, Javi, Daniel, and Mark.
I kind of wanted to turn it off. Like,
Yeah,
this is not fun
Javi was
for me.
playing y'all's podcast. And
Seriously?
I had to listen to like 3 hours of Mark Joseph's voice just like while I was pissed after my set.
I have a
driving
different
home.
voice right now, kind of.
No, this is the voice that
broken,
I
so-
heard that I didn't like.
Oh,
That's you guys are getting the.
So you
the
agreed
good
to do this podcast even though you know you'd just like be sitting here seething the entire time?
Yeah,
It's just I'm
kinda-
so mad
I'm
right
kind of used to
now.
that. I don't have many friends, so I'll take them where I can get them.
Well, all right. Let's see.
yeah, I guess that's it. Self-discovery.
So Doug, tell the audience about yourself. They don't know anything about you.
yeah. What are
I
you doing
discovered the lost city of Atlantis
Okay.
at
Okay.
the age of 14. At the age of 14, I did that.
All right.
Right. And it was
wow.
super awkward because you're a pescatarian, right?
I know what that word means.
Good.
So we can laugh. That's like you only eat fish, right?
No, yeah, you only eat fish.
Yeah.
A
Well,
pescatarian?
vegetables and fish.
Well, yeah, but the
Is
only meat you eat is
Is it a
fish.
pescatarian?
Pus-
See what I did there with words?
I did, yeah. It's funny, dude. Yeah, you just wreck pussy.
I
all the
wreck
time.
words. I wreck
It's fine.
puss words.
Dude, save some for the rest of us, you know.
Oh, sorry. That's what you call low-hanging fruit. I said that this guy at the bar.
Speaking of low-hanging fruit, I'm fucking stacked downstairs. You know what I'm saying?
Set in the low-hanging fruit department.
No. Anyways, yeah. Sorry, I totally interrupted you.
Oh no, that's all right. No, this guy at the bar I work at, like I ID'd him, and he looked like he was 15, and he said something dickish when I ID'd him, and turned down Mega Man.
Yeah.
Like, fuck your mother.
Oops.
Anyways, fuck your mother.
And he's like, and he looked like 15, and he's like, what do I look like, a kid or something? And I was just like, I didn't like react properly. I just kind of said low-hanging fruit. Like I just kind of mumbled to him. He's like, "What'd you say?" I was like, "Nothing. I can't serve you, man. Sorry." And he like kind of paused and looked back like he thought I said something, but he couldn't really put his finger on it. But I'm gonna start doing that just in social situations.
Wait, so he just refused to show you his ID?
He didn't have one.
Oh.
It's like people, they always, it gets so fucking elaborate. Like people trying to get booze.
Was this an Asian gentleman or was he?
No, he was a Hispanic American.
Oh,
Hispan American.
See, I always get carded because I look like a child. And I have a Maryland driver's license, so a lot of times they'll say, "Yeah,
I would not trust that.
yeah." They say, "Oh, yeah, this says you're 23, but I don't think this is real." And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, like the holographic crab is fake. Like I'm that good."
Are you describing a Pokemon card?
No.
That's Maryland's.
No,
driver's
that's
license?
Maryland's thing because it's just like crabs and bullshit. It's
Yeah, 'cause
like that's their
is-
state motto.
That is Does that door say Flow City?
Yeah, it's my roommates. But
Word,
let's keep
word.
on topic here.
Sorry.
now we're doing this Flow City rap. Go.
So I
Words.
keep my passport
cool.
card on me. My passport card and same birthday, everything, and usually that's good enough backup to
Dude, what if it gets
back it up.
stolen?
Well, it's
Jason
not a
Bourne
real
steals it.
passport, so
What if it gets
passport card's
stolen?
only good for Puerto Rico and Canada.
It's a little
I think.
offensive, man. You don't have to say it like that.
What?
They're only good.
Puerto Rican American.
All right. Anyways, yeah. So Doug is a local comedian here with us. He's one of
Local
the
guy that does comedy here.
yeah. He's one of the he's part of the white dudes group. Whenever we hang out, it's just kind of
We start podcasts off bashing Japanese people.
Well,
that is true life.
No, it's fine because we actually have a really large following in Japan. I don't know if you've been
We're
keeping
the
up with the
Yao
podcast.
Ming of podcasters in South Texas.
Yeah.
We've got a presence in their market.
Well, see, now you're being racist because Yao Ming's Chinese, and
yeah, dude, that's a city in China.
Yao Ming.
Japan is Yao Ming is the province.
All right.
Oh man, I gotta do less beers, right, guys? less alcoholic beers. Mark's just drinking straight gin like a 19th century author.
What else do you expect?
Actually, he's drinking it in a peanuts coffee cup with ice cubes in it,
With-
so I
with-
guess it's not a lot like a 19th century author.
Is this the dirty one?
No, he's drinking like an 80-year-old low-key alcoholic grandmother. She's like,
My neighbor offered me like a drink in the middle of the day. He's like, "Hey, you want a beer?" And I was like, "Sure." So he goes to his fridge and he opens up a 40-ounce Budweiser and he fills up 2 coffee cups.
What?
And he hands me one of them. It's like noon. I was like, this is what it's like to just be a shitty person. I think. I don't know fully, but I feel like that is the first step.
that's the pinnacle. That's just
I just got clicked into being a shitty person. Like I'm in the club. I've got to move up the ranks.
right. Just start taking parts off your car and
Oh
putting
my
it in your
God.
lawn. Like,
I don't even remember what we're talking about. That's bad.
yeah, it's fine. It's usually how this goes.
Oh, white people.
Oh, they're the worst.
Yeah, we were
Everybody
talking about
There's-
comedy
There's
too.
almost enough white comics in Corpus to like. I don't know if we call it a group anymore. A group, maybe like a.
A clan,
Yeah.
a clan.
I would say clan just because we're so close knit,
We're like a brotherhood.
Right.
and really to deliver that message, we should take that C out of clan. We should replace it with a K. It's a little bit harder. We like that sound a little bit more.
Yeah.
Clan. We're a clan. We're a group of friends. We're close knit.
I don't
Close
have to-
with a K.
I don't have
Close knit.
Hey, close cooking friends, maybe. Like we're cooking close together. I don't know. We can work on that part. But if we get those continuity of 3 hard light.
Right. I understand. Right. Everyone, literally everyone understands what we're going for right now.
I don't think they do. We should delve further.
No, everyone understands the joke we're going for right now. But you did remind me of so I grew up in North Carolina.
There's
And
one guy that's like, please finish that joke. I don't get it. But go ahead.
driving through the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, and there was this gas station called Kirk's Country Corner. Kirk's Country Corner store with 3 Ks, and we're like, oh yeah, that's really subtle.
Yeah, dude. I've seen stuff like
The
that.
ones like the country corner.
Yeah.
I feel like they're like resisting hard.
Yeah,
not to put a
they're
third.
passively resisting. They're like, all right, we'll drop one of the Ks.
Country Corner.
Y'all
Yeah.
get it. Y'all get it though.
Yeah, y'all get the message.
All right.
You guys understand.
We're shitty people that don't want to change.
Yeah. So, Doug, one of the things we usually talk about on here is the nuances and subtleties of amateur stand-up comedy, because everyone listens to like Joe Rogan and guys like that who are professionals, big names that people recognize, and so they usually hear that and they think, okay, this is stand-up comedy, but nobody really ever gets a chance to listen to guys like us. So we try and talk about our most recent.
Doug. That's fucked up.
That was fucked up, bro.
So we try and talk about our most recent exploits. So you recently went to L.A. and you texted me a little bit while you were
Los
there.
Almedas, North Dakota. Great town.
Wait, what?
L.A.
Just walk us through.
I didn't do well.
No, but still walk us through it.
No, it was I was out there for about 5 days, and the first thing that was pretty great, in Corpus we get 5 minutes a week of open mic comedy time, not including music open mics. And the first thing that was just great was 7 days a week there's 20 mics to hit, and 70% of them are going to be shit microphones where you're talking to an empty room or you're talking to staff.
That sucks.
But the thing is, you do 3 of those a day, and then you maybe hit one good one at night, and you're pretty fucking ready. Apparently.
Yeah, you're warmed up. Yeah.
Yeah, and just the reps you can get there. But I also did know that it's kind of like a cynical, competitive scene. It's like what I would imagine in like a corporate structure, but for like comics.
That'd be hard.
Because there's like people that come all the way out there. Like this one guy was pretty arrogant in nature, but you know he seemed like a pretty funny guy, so I guess you can do that if you're funny enough to the right people.
That's weird. I just don't think that those things should go hand in hand. Like I don't understand how you can be like a cutthroat, like a likable. Excuse me. Wow.
Anyway, likable people.
Who's the guy that's kind of like he's kind of shorter and bald. He's pretty big right now. He's got a few Netflix specials.
Short and bald.
Howie Mandel. No, I'm just joking. Can't remember his name, but I mean, he seems to be one of those guys that like I've seen a lot of his interviews. He's like, yeah, fuck that, fuck this, fuck those people, fuck Houston. It would probably be better just to look through Netflix movies. You have the app? Do you have that app?
What I was saying was like, I don't understand how you can be a funny, likable comedian, someone that people are gonna pay attention to and like on stage, if you're so like cutthroat, stab people in the back, climb to the top no matter what.
The thing is, the crowd doesn't see the back.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
There's the comics that are gonna see that.
Robert Kelly?
No.
What?
He's pretty famous right now.
He's the only fat, bald, short guy I see. Anyway, behind the scenes, people don't care because they don't know stuff.
Well, no, the people behind the scenes care because they see it all. The crowd, you dumb idiot.
Okay.
The crowd is the one that's not going to see it. So you're going to see some guys that have probably backstabbed their way to the top, and the crowd doesn't know anything about it.
Right.
But sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just saying. Right. I'm trying to actively listen.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
That's him. I like his stuff. No, yeah. There's just the main thing is the amount of mics, and like I went up and did 2 mics because of the amount of marijuana that you can get delivered to your house or apartment or domicile, and the amount of food. So I ended up staying in and watching a lot of Netflix while I was there. But
this sounds like a wet dream for you.
It was awesome. It was great. But yeah, there were like 2 mics I hit, and both were just like those mics where it's all comics waiting to go up. And the first night I got just real drunk because I was nervous. My first LA
that makes
open
sense.
mic, and I went up there and like
Crushed it.
Nah. I I didn't use like what I consider my best stuff, but my stuff that's playing best right now is what I went with, and like nothing was really hitting. And then like I reverted back to my FDR joke that I told you about this.
I
reverted back to my FDR joke when I got nervous, and it's basically has to do with contracting polio because life doesn't like me. And so I start doing it, and in the middle of saying, like, rolling up to the stage in a wheelchair, I realized that there's, like, 2 people in the audience in wheelchairs. And,
Dude,
Yeah, and I just like realized it. And I was just like,
You
fuck.
showed them.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I put them in their place.
Well, they
certain
were
part
already
of the
placed
room. Yeah,
there because they
yeah,
can't move on
so
their
I
own
can't
very
take
well.
I guess I'll give God half the credit on that one. Me and G-Man doing things. No, but and I guess I didn't notice that the host was one of the people in the wheelchair.
What?
Yeah, yeah. And so I hand her the microphone, and I was just like,
How did you not-
I don't know.
Who
Dude, I was
gave you the
shit-faced.
microphone? Who gave you the microphone?
It was on stage. Well, it was in the holster. She's not
Okay,
gonna
like-
like wheel up onto. Never mind.
I mean, good for you for
Oh
seeing past disabilities. but-
yeah, it's like I don't give a fuck about feelings.
So they laughed, right?
No,
They thought it was
no.
hilarious.
The
They
only
were part of the
the
show.
only real laughs they got were when I handed her the mic, and like I was walking away, and she's like, "Polio, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny stuff." I was just like, "God damn it, let's get the fuck out of here."
No, you have no idea how much I loved getting that text message the next day. I texted him and I was like, "Hey, Doug, how's it going in L.A.?" And he goes, "Well, I got really drunk last night and told my polio joke in front of 2 people in wheelchairs. So, pretty well."
Oh, dude, but like I've done decently on my out of town stuff, so I figured I was going to eat dicks. And like from you're like looking for a aspect of amateur comedians, and that's the main thing that I learned from the LA thing is like 3 months ago, if I had done that, if I'd gone out there and just eaten the dicks that I ate, I probably would have quit. I probably would just like that would have fucked me up. But now that I've been doing it like a little bit longer, I see just like how like mics are very important. They're one of the most important things you can do as an amateur comic, but you can't invest too much on the good moments or the bad moments. You can't let yourself get too down or too up. You're not doing real comedy until you are, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Like I went out there and I ate dicks, and afterwards I was just like drinking beers. No. Beers are good. I like your party boys.
Yo, it was savage, bro.
Oh, dude, it was. I didn't hear your joke, but I've heard that it was funny.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not telling you to say it on the podcast.
Yeah, no,
but-
it'll be on my Netflix special. It's
Do
fine.
a stand-up thing for us. We're your audience. Go.
Nope, not happening.
Panthers are the fun times that we have together.
No, Mark. Let's see, Mark. If you were gonna travel anywhere in the country to do mics and have a valuable learning experience, where would you go?
I don't know if I would go to L.A. or New York just for that.
I've got a note on that in a minute.
I feel like I'd probably go to like maybe Chicago or Denver.
Really?
This would be
Just
cool.
for stand-up comedy.
Yeah. For whatever reason, I just assumed you'd say like Portland, Seattle.
Do they have like a good scene there though?
I'm sure.
I think so.
I think they're both big enough cities with big enough. I guess you'd say like international markets or just national markets. Like there's enough.
Yeah,
going
I mean
on in
it's
those cities.
it's a big hub, and then there's a bunch of people that look like Mark in those places.
yeah,
so.
just douchey bags of douche.
Do they now?
No, you're good now.
You're
Well,
good.
we gotta
Yeah,
fix
as
this.
soon as the glasses come off, you're good to go.
Wild thing. No, I was thinking about it, and like somebody had asked me that. One of my buddies, like when I got back, he's like, "So you want to try New York now?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And the thing is, like, I feel like New York is the avenue to go to spend a little bit more time, maybe a lot more time, and you have to become a lot more polished of a comedian. Whereas you go out to LA, you can kind of
suck dick to the top.
yeah, or get on a shitty TV show. So that's the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But you just have to get one appearance on anything, and you can start. And you've just cut the work that a New York comic's doing in half, like the amount
Really?
of time. You're not going to be as polished, but
Right.
But you can learn that stuff as you go. Some guys will learn that stuff as they go. But like, I think that's the benefit in going to LA over New York, because you're going to spend less time struggling, I think, in LA over New York. But that could be completely wrong.
Right.
I just think the TV avenue is a
I just
huge
it's
thing.
difficult in both places because you have like such large populations.
And it's a competitive market. You've got guys like that, quit school to go out to LA to do comedy, like smart comics,
Yeah, and you also have like, I guess in both cities you have like showbiz stuff too, because like even New York has their shit, Broadway and
Well, right.
stuff.
PBS.
That
See,
stuff.
Well, this is all like purely speculation, but in my mind, I feel like they're like both extremely difficult, but for different reasons. Because in LA, just kind of based on what Doug said and kind of my own assumptions that I've had beforehand, I feel like that it's more oriented around like developing a brand for yourself. You know what I mean? Like looking,
in LA?
yeah, looking good and sticking out rather than actually being good, which is what I think is the focus is in New York. Because it's kind of like being a model as opposed to an actor. Like in LA, like you just have to look good and stand out, and you're good to go. But in New York, you have to be an actor, and you have to have real prowess. Those real chops that you get.
I thought
through
you were
grinding.
saying. I thought you were saying between like a model. Like I was like, man, models like. I hate the idea of modeling. It's just like people just stand places in nice clothes. Like they wear clothes better than I'll ever wear clothes, and there's no reason they're wearing it like in the middle of the day where they're wearing a 3-piece suit with like a pocket watch. It's like it's about to. Where are you going after this?
Yeah.
Like you gotta take those clothes off now.
Yeah, no, you have like a 3-piece suit on, but still a fuckboy haircut. And you look awesome.
What would you guys call a fuckboy? Like, are we talking about Mega Man mods on your Xbox One?
No,
I just never really have found out what that means.
A fuckboy haircut?
No, a fuckboy. Is that because?
Dude, I don't know what that means. I just think it's a funny word, and it just gets tossed around a lot.
Fuckboy.
Let's dissect it.
I definitely looked it up one time, and I was like, that seems like a thing.
Well, it's like something trendy that girls are doing that I hate.
Yeah.
Like,
don't be a fuckboy. Oh my god.
You're on Tinder, or sometimes are you on Tinder? Sometimes. Yeah. Okay, this thing where girls are getting confidence with eating food, like buy me pizza and I'll be yours forever.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Like no, fuck that. I'm not buying you pizza, and I'm not comfortable with you talking about eating. You should be thin, okay? No, but point being, I'm just like. How's that a thing? Like, if I did something like, you should buy me some nachos and we could have sex, I'll be yours forever. Like, it would sound weird if any guy said that with any food.
I think if you went up to another person and you said it to their face, they would realize, hey, I'm kind of shitty. Hey, buy me food.
Yeah, I think it speaks for itself.
Right. Yeah. Girls are very much overextending themselves. Taking liberties that they shouldn't.
Yeah.
But so.
Why do you get pizza?
Yeah. So I actually kind of catered to that a little bit for a while on Tinder, and in my bio I said.
I did too.
I said, don't worry, I understand that you'll always love Chipotle burrito bowls more than me.
Oh no, I did one of those too.
Yeah,
I was like,
but it fucking it works. Also, side note, Mom. I'm sorry that I'm using the F word too much. I'm trying to not use it as much. My mom listens to the podcast now.
She really?
So, yeah, she likes it. She likes the podcast.
Does she listen to it on YouTube or SoundCloud?
Who knows? Probably YouTube because
statistics.
You got a wicked nice boy here, Mrs. Creed. I don't know. That was a couple different.
Yep, and
couple different places I was from.
Hey man, you got a nice kid.
All right.
Oh. Anthrax, right, guys? That's a crazy deal.
You want to talk about? Okay, let's talk about another double standard that I've noticed in online dating, real quick.
Okay, I was gonna guess what you're gonna say, but I'm wrong now.
So
wait.
Fuck you, Mark.
I thought we were playing a game.
No, yeah, go for it, Mark.
No, I thought.
No, he was being a dick. He was being a dick.
Oh, okay, whatever.
I'm not being a dick.
I'm just trying to make sure only one person talks at a time for optimal listening experience. No.
What would you say? No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Last time.
So you
shut up.
double standard.
Yeah.
Right. On Tinder, if you match with someone, if you match with a girl and you just message her and say, "Hey, smiley face," she won't give you the time of day, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, he didn't put any effort into the message he sent me. He must not be that interested. But then you get on Bumble where the girls have to message first.
That's all they do.
What do you think the girls say that you match with? You match with someone and they're just like, "Hey, smiley face," and it was literally driving me mad. And I was kind of intoxicated last night, and I matched with some girl, and she just goes, "Hey, smiley face," and I said,
"Fuck you."
No, I messaged back and I said, seriously, that's the best you can do for me? What would you do if I matched with you on Tinder? And I messaged you and said, "Hey, smiley face," and that's it. You'd think that I didn't care or give a shit about talking to you, and you wouldn't talk to me, right? So that's what I'm doing now, but I'm telling you this, so I am talking to you. Okay, bye, see ya. This is it. Done.
Dude, since you brought the Tinder thing.
Sorry, I got a little...
You got way into that.
Yeah, I got a little too animated there.
What he put verbatim.
Like Tinder in LA was because it's like in Corpus, if a girl's fake because she's hot, like she's too hot, like she's one of those bots, like
Right, hot and doesn't have kids, yeah.
Yeah,
Also-
exactly. And there's no real bio, but in LA, it's like that's every girl. It's like that's where those girls picture, like the fake Tinder girls. That's where their pictures were taken.
Right, yeah.
So it's like I feel like I lost track of what I was saying. And
hot girls in LA Tinder.
No, I'm not gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
No, that's done.
No, good job. Thank you for your contribution, Doug.
Is your mom gonna listen to this podcast too?
Oh my god, that probably sounds so gross.
No, my children probably will be listening.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, Doug's chewing sunflower seeds, by the way.
Little
in case you guys don't
Zachariah
know.
and Mariah. That would be awful.
I really want to, if I have a daughter, I'm going to name her Lizard and then call her Liz for short. And then when she goes to school, everyone's going to be like, "Oh, Liz, that's short for Elizabeth, right?" and she's probably going to say, "No."
Fuck my dad.
And then not say anything, never admit it. But she's going to have to live her whole life knowing that her real name is Lizard.
Lizard Johnson?
Or maybe like mayonnaise and just call her May. I don't know.
No, I had
It would be a terrible parent.
no, I had an old bit where that I haven't ever used, but it was like I like amateur porn, so it's like my favorite type of porn is amateur porn.
Mm-hmm.
I like it so much that I'm gonna name my daughter Amy instead of Amy, and then like my second daughter's gonna be named Penny.
Mm-hmm.
This would be short for penetration.
But only if you have twins and you're going to name them both that. So
Yeah.
double
Amy and
penetration.
Penny. Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
All right. Let's click stop and start writing.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're coming up with gold. I didn't even mention the 2 4 Loco cans you got over here.
Just don't worry about it, man.
Yeah, that's all right.
Is that all you?
Yeah. I had a weird night earlier this week.
Your mom's still listening?
Probably.
This goes live?
No.
Is this live?
No, it's not live. What?
Is this on NBC?
No, another good one would be name my daughter Lucifer.
Lucy?
And then Lucy for short, yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
Lucifer and Lizard.
Or how about for short, your daughter's name could be Ra, but her full name would be Rape.
Right, yeah, okay. All right, Doug. Anyways, I had an interesting night last night.
Like it's Indian.
Ra.
Like, hello, I'm Rape.
No. Rape. I have Rape. Can you spell that for me?
Don't worry, there's an accent mark over the E.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Those things make sense to me.
Right.
I can pronounce the words
Okay.
that have those.
Let's see.
Cafe au lait.
Mark, you think it's time that I talk to Doug about my night last night?
I mean, sure.
Why don't y'all do some B-roll and I'm going to smoke a cig and then walk back in.
Or you can just take.
I mean, actually, I'm going to go tell some children not to smoke cigarettes.
Hey, take the microphone with you and just make commentary.
Should I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
absolutely.
I mean, you got 10 feet. You should be good.
I got more than 10 feet.
Hey, you got. Oh,
Man.
10 feet of cable though. So
Can't last an entire hour without a cigarette.
I don't want to, man. Don't be dumb. Don't be a dumb idiot.
See,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's
He has
crazy.
control,
Hey, man.
control of his life.
It's crazy.
my mom used to smoke, so if she's listening to this, she's probably
Yeah,
having
so
a nicotine
I
fit.
guess this is
I
our
feel like
B-roll
he's gonna
footage. I
Run or just start jerking.
don't
the
know what
cable
they're
really
saying
hard
in there,
and destroy
but
equipment.
I'm sure it's some real good stuff.
Yeah, he's talking, so this is gonna sound awful.
Hey, Doug,
I'm not even saying any words,
are
dog.
you really not?
No.
Okay.
But maybe I am. All right, I'm gonna put this inside so you guys can continue the
Okay, cool.
microphone.
Yeah, Doug took the microphone with him outside,
That was a bad idea.
so not too far outside.
I can't wait to hear it.
All right. So
Maybe we should let's describe Doug physically for the audience.
Doug is. I thought you had like the most apt description of him.
Wait, I don't really. I don't remember giving
if
one.
a Berenstein Bears became human,
When did I say that?
that was Thursday night.
Oh,
like if a Berenstein Bear just had like really good grooming, not like great grooming, but like pretty good for a bear.
man, I'm funny. Gosh, that's really good.
Like that kind of like a very large Labrador, maybe.
That's
If
yeah,
if that was
okay.
if that was a
That's
person.
that's really good
And
too.
again, like scruffy
Mhm.
type, but a large one.
But the hair on top of his head is just slowly escaping to other parts of his body.
Yeah, his hair is the color of banana pudding. If y'all need a descriptor for that.
Yep, it's really good.
Definite dude bro kind of looking almost. Not quite, but I believe that's how he projects on himself.
Dude, bro.
And other people are like, oh yeah, that's a frat guy
Hmm.
type dude. Like a douchebag you went to school with is how he describes himself. I don't feel that way. I don't know. Maybe. That's a lot to kind of extrapolate back. I'm like, oh no. Because Doug right now is probably not how Doug was in high school. So I'm trying to like douchebags I knew back then. Like,
Yeah, but Doug's not douchey.
no.
He just looks like
He
one of
looks
those
douchey,
dudes.
And if you like meet him and he's like just saying Doug things the first time you ever meet him, you're like, that's a weird thing to say to someone for the first time.
But he's not like.
No, he's not douchey at all.
Yeah. Even though, oh man, I don't know. It was honestly the first time I came to do comedy here. I saw Doug go on stage and I was like, "Oh man, he's gonna be super funny. This dude looks hilarious." And then what the hell happened, Doug? No, Doug's one of these people.
He's got the short sleeve button up shirt. He has the baseball cap.
Well, no, he tries so hard, and he's so funny in a conversation, but then he gets on stage and then just shit gets weird, you know.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, Doug.
Starts saying the N-word and
Yeah.
Narcissist.
narcissist. Says it a lot.
I don't even know what that word means. I refuse to acknowledge it. Sorry, guys. My Japanese girlfriend wants me to break off and start my own podcast
Oh, I see.
called Wings.
Nice Yoko Ono reference. That was really
It
good.
was good, right?
Yeah.
She seriously does, though. So
All right.
I need to borrow this mic equipment.
I'm
Mhm.
just gonna leave these batteries here somewhere.
That's fine.
No, yeah, I do have that problem.
On the sewing equipment.
With the 5-minute interval that we were talking about earlier, that you get, four a month. You get 4 open mics a month in Corpus, and that's all I've had starting out the 6 months that I've been doing stand up. So I feel like if I get to a place where I'm able to do multiple mics a week or even a night, then I will be able to kind of figure out how to get my personality on in 5 minutes, something like that. What are you doing over there, Mark Joseph?
I'm just getting loose, just stretching, making myself comfortable.
Yeah, I get
We're in this for the long haul. I mean,
But yeah, that's kind of what open mics are, just trying to get yourself on in 5-minute increments, and that's
Yeah.
kind of a hard thing to do. Was it tough for you when you were starting out?
Well, yeah, because I feel like I'm typically kind of a monotone, laid back, kind of quiet person
Queer.
normally. But when I get on stage, I have to force myself to be more energetic and loud and stuff like that. I really have to focus on how I'm saying words.
See, I don't have to force that or like push that as much as I have to get comfortable enough to be able to do that, which is kind of me.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I feel like that's part of what comes with being comfortable on stage is like the energy and the inflection, the right way to say things. I don't know. I'm still working on it, but
Well, aside from like the obvious goals like money and fame and being able to tour and stuff like that,
And being good.
I think
making people
that
laugh.
struggle, that personal
Sorry,
like
what?
inner struggle you've got with me, it's getting myself on in 5 minutes and showing that I can be a funny guy.
yeah.
And
Well, yeah, and one thing I think a lot of people don't realize is that comedy really is an art form, and a lot of people focus on like the money and fame part of it.
he said fart form. No, I'm joking.
Wait.
That was an example of good art.
Yeah. No,
Comedy,
I
that's
mean,
comedy.
as goofy as it is an art form, and so
Absolutely.
besides the money and fame and all that stuff, part of the rewarding side of comedy is just refining your art. Being as good as you can and earning the respect of people that you think are better artists than you. Like it means a lot when you meet a comedian and they're like, "Hey, that joke was super funny." And you're like, "Wow, dude, I think you're hilarious," and you think my joke's funny. Like,
I'm like
I-
Brendan from Barnes and Noble, who just started comedy,
That is
really
pretty
likes
funny.
my joke.
no, like when Dustin Ibarra, he told me he liked one of my jokes, and I was like, "I have a boner right now."
You said I
And
hate.
he
You
was
said
like,
I hate.
"Whoa, hey, dude, not into that."
That's pretty good.
That's a good impression.
No, it is. You were like, I hate Gotham. He was like, fuck you. Your impression was much better. I just kind of did gritty voice. Yours was a lot more Dusty Barish. He was a really cool guy though.
Yeah,
really
he's a
down to
great
earth.
guy.
Eric Schwartz, was that who was here recently? Who
The
was
bald guy, the gimp pimp or whatever the
here? What was his name?
Wimp pimp, not gimp.
wimp.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I think I revealed a little bit about myself there.
I heard Gimp Pimp and tried to steer it to a different direction.
All right.
That's why he
Anyways,
has the pimp walk.
what about Eric Schwartz?
That's who was here, the bald fellow with the glasses.
Yeah.
He was also very cool and personable. There's some of them that just walk straight through and don't even explore the open mic, even watch anybody. But both those guys I noticed were
He was super friendly.
very cool. Yeah, both of them. Dustin Barr talked to us backstage or behind Mesquite for a while.
Yeah. No, he's a great guy. And he's really good buddies with Nick Guerra, and
I was hoping you were going to say Nick Cannon because that's just kind of my. Do either of you know Nick Cannon?
I am aware of who Nick Cannon is.
Well, I mean, like, have y'all met him? Because
No.
That's really why I went to L.A.
Yeah.
To go find Nick Cannon.
No, sorry to steer you off. I was telling Mark, it was just kind of a funny thing that happened. We saw that they had, the Hollywood tour bus things that take you around and tell you stars' houses, show you stars' houses and stuff. But we went by this place and it was cash only. And we didn't have cash, but we did have my buddy's BMW, convertible BMW. So I was just like, you know what? Why don't we just get in the car and put the top down and just cruise right behind them so we can hear every spot they're pointing out. And so we basically just got got a little stoned and drove around much more comfortably than they were on the bus. And we were like,
Wow.
hey, did you say Ryan Gosling's house? I don't know. Who cares? We're driving around.
It's a
It was
nice
awesome.
house.
Yeah, but I was really wanting to maybe make a friend with one of those guys. So after his shift, we could pick him up and just force him to cruise bowls with us and tell us what's happening as we're passing it. But yeah, it was pretty fun just driving around.
Let's see.
Did we drop our not saying weed shtick just now?
Oh, I mean, who
Oh, okay.
cares?
Doug's.
Wait, does it matter?
I mean, if I'm running for president, which I
about
am,
weed.
I mean, I don't smoke weed, so it doesn't matter.
Neither do I.
audible wink. Just joking and shit.
Yeah, no, I really don't.
Yeah, no, he doesn't
I don't
at
either.
all. No, he doesn't.
Anyways, Doug, let me tell you about my night last night.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
He wasn't smoking weed last night.
Right.
Mark, can you kill it with the weed talk? All right, buddy. All right,
Yeah.
Cheech.
Sorry.
Do you have a problem or something?
Do we cut it
Do
out?
you need help? Are you
No.
crying out for help?
Weed is a
No.
gateway drug to other types
Hey,
of weed.
guys.
To way more fun shit.
Yeah, better life until it isn't. Last night, you were playing Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I was playing Magic the Gathering last night. No, I was playing Magic the Gathering yesterday. Okay. Okay, wait. This is going to be a long story, and I hope you guys can put up with me for this.
I can't.
I'm gonna have to drop the occasional like word. I'm gonna have to say stuff.
That's fine. Active listening is encouraged.
I'm gonna.
I agree with that. I agree with listening actively.
Okay, so backup story. Let's back it up to August 13th, which was my birthday.
1976. That is a fucking long story. Go ahead.
So, August 13th. So I guess what, 2 weeks ago, more or less today.
Yeah.
Your girl Gabby. Oh wait, shit. We shouldn't use real names. Let me just change the first
Gabby
level.
Douglas,
No, her name's
gymnast. Go on.
Don't tell people she's on the Olympic team.
No, her name's Babby. Babby.
Too close.
You were okay before when you said just Gabby.
No. Her name's Babby.
And that second name is in no way close to her real last name.
Right. Yes.
It's not.
It's
Okay. Anyways, let's get back to the story. So I was messing around on Tinder, and I saw that she was on Tinder, and I hadn't seen. I'm not connected with her on any other I wasn't connected with her on any other social media. So I swiped right, and she swiped right because she knew me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, I know you, cool, yeah, awesome." And then she added me on Facebook, and she was like, "We should hang out sometime." And I said, "Well, it's my birthday on Saturday. I don't have any big plans or anything. Probably gonna go out with some friends." And she was like, "Oh, cool, like I'll go out. We should go out together." And I said, "Okay, cool, I guess." Body
karate.
She took me out and we went to what is that bar called? It's the one that all the Texas A&M Corpus Christi kids hang out at.
Recess.
No. We need to talk about that with Mark later though.
Out of bounds.
No, it was something bar, college bar,
Bay bar.
Bay bar, maybe.
I don't know who. Yeah.
It was the place that has like Jenga and pool and.
No. No.
All right, who gives a shit what bar it
Izzy's.
was? It wasn't Izzy's.
All right. Well, yeah. Who gives a shit?
So we were there. We had a few drinks for a while, and then she said, "Okay, let's go to Whiskey River and dance." And I was like, "All right, I'm not gonna dance with you, but let's go." And so we went there, and I was like, "Yeah, this is such a spectacle for me. So this is kind of fun, even though I don't fit in here. I'm just gonna get drunk and look at people." And so that's what I did.
Did you tell her all that?
No, this was just going through my mind. Anyways, her ex shows up, I guess, and they start yelling at each other in public.
Awesome.
And I was just like, man, this is my first time hanging out with you. This kind of isn't cool. I'm just going to go get more drinks and then, like, get drunk while I judge you with other strangers. And I just, like...
Can you believe those two?
Yeah, no, literally, like, that's what I said. Because I was by myself, dude, and it was my birthday, and I was like, what the hell's going on? This sucks. Like, I would have...
Oh, I forgot it was your birthday.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, man...
She did too.
I was like, man, I was planning on just staying home and getting drunk and playing video games, and I would have had a blast doing that, okay? But then, this girl comes along, and she's like, oh, we should go out for your birthday.
Body
And-
karate.
And I thought, you know what? Maybe that is a good idea. Maybe I should put myself out there. Maybe I'll have a little fun. Nope, just kidding. Get to see some girl yell at her ex-boyfriend in public. And so I literally got drinks, walked over to a group of people at a nearby table, and I was like, what's going on over here?
You believe these fucking people?
You know what I mean? This is insane. Like, don't they have any dignity? Like, can't they do this at home or over the phone? And anyways, they get done. It was last call. The lights came on, and I was drunk. And she's like, okay, like, I'll take you home. And I was like, cool. And she, like, brought me back, and I,
Shut her down.
no, I mean, she asked me, like, back into her place, and I was like, no, that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
And so I had a friend pick me up and take me home, and that was that. And I was like, yeah, I probably won't hang out with her again. But last night, I was hanging out with two of my friends, and we were just, hanging out in their apartment, and we were, having a few drinks and watching Bob Ross. paint some beautiful paintings.
And you guys don't even get high.
Yeah, I know. But dude, that man is so peaceful. He's just so relaxing to watch.
Yeah, copious amounts of marijuana.
These are happy trees.
He
you know?
he started intravenous marijuana use straight to the vein.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, dude.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You're messing with me.
I'm a doctor.
Anyways, we were watching Bob Ross and drinking wine, and I was having a fun time with them.
Drinking wine. Go ahead.
Wait, oh shit!
Yeah, you kind of let that.
I purposely left that detail out the first time. Yeah, we were drinking wine and watching Bob Ross
in a bubble bath.
Yeah, painting each other's nails. It's whatever.
It's a Sunday.
Sunday fun day.
Speaking of which, it is Sunday. Sorry, go ahead.
So we were doing that, and then it was about 11:30, 11:45, and Babby texts me again, and she says, "Hey, what are you up to?" And I said, not much, just having a few drinks with some friends. What's up? And she says, "Oh, well, I just got off work, and I really want to go out and have a few drinks, and I figured you'd be the perfect person to go out with me, so we should go out." And I was like, kind of tipsy, and I thought, hey, this might be nice. Someone's interested in hanging out with me. This might be an enjoyable experience with the opposite sex. And I say to my friends, I say, hey, this girl just texted me. Do you think I should go? And they say, yeah, dude, she texted you right before midnight. She probably digs you. You should probably just go out with her. And they're like, just put yourself out there, dude. What's the worst that can happen? And I was like, there's a lot of bad things that could happen.
There's so much bad that could happen.
Yeah, because So first of all, she owns guns,
Yeah.
and I've seen her yell at someone in public. What's she gonna do in private? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
beat your ass.
yeah, she'd kick the shit out of me. But because she has a great body,
Yeah, body karate.
Body
karate.
Body karate. Throwing kicks and punches.
Anyways, my friends say, hey, if something bad happens, it was a dude and a chick, and
Were you really worried for your safety from physical harm?
No, not really. I was just like, this is gonna get weird, and she's way too heated and emotional. There's some hot Italian blood or Hispanic blood running through her veins, something like that. Just muy caliente. Just a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
And
with a name like Babby,
especially
Yeah, you gotta go through life with a name that didn't make sense. You should have gone by something like Gabby. Makes a little more sense.
Anyway, so my friend says, hey, if you run into trouble and you just really need an exit strategy, just go use her bathroom or the bathroom at the place you're at. Text me and text me. I'll wait 5 minutes and then I'll call you, and you can just use your acting skills to get out of the situation. And I'm like, okay, yeah, so literally there's nothing bad that can happen. I have an out if I need it. Hopefully I won't. And I go over to her apartment complex, and I show up at her place, and she says, oh, let me just walk my dog real quick, and then we'll go out. And so we're walking her dog, and
her boyfriend shows up again.
No.
Hey, I fucking told you.
No, and so I'm just making conversation. I'm like, so what's new? And she says, oh, well, you remember that guy, my ex that we ran into, 2 weekends ago? And I said, yeah, I remember. You guys were yelling at each other. And she said, yeah. So we got back together, and then I was like, okay, strike one. And she says, and today's his birthday, and so I baked him a cake and everything, but he decided that he was gonna go out drinking with his friends instead of hang out with me. So that's why I texted you. Strike two.
Fucking A.
And then she says, so I figured we could go get drunk and then come back and eat his birthday cake that I made for him. And I was like, I'm so done with this.
Yeah.
And so we get done walking the dog, and we go back into her apartment. And I say, hey, is it cool if we use the bathroom? If we use the bathroom. If I
Can we use it? Can it be used by us?
Is it cool if I use your bathroom before we leave? And I go in there and I text my friend while I'm just letting out these like thunderous farts into the toilet bowl, just pound them pounding them in there, just being as loud as possible.
Oh, so you went like full method acting, and you like actually went for a shit. Like you didn't go in and sit down on the toilet.
I was just trying to throw some elements of unattraction into the mix.
Absolutely, you've got to.
So she wouldn't like fight me on when I tried to leave. She's like, well, he was just
farting up the storm.
Yeah. He was just letting them rip there in the bathroom. I don't know if I want to hang out with this guy. So I did that, and I texted my friend. And I said, you have to get me out of this. You have to call me in like 5 minutes. This is ridiculous. And so...
She does have a ridiculous body. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I said, call me in 5 minutes, and I'll lay some groundwork, and then I'll come back over to your place. And she said, perfect. Like, we're ordering pizza, so, we want you back over here. And I was like, all right, cool. And... so I go out and I start laying the groundwork, and I already had a lie instructed in my mind because it's so much easier to just lie your way out of social obligations.
Absolutely.
And it's like I consider myself to be a very honest person, but I'm not gonna just say to this girl's face, "Hey, everything you said to me, that sounds like some crazy ass shit, and I don't want it in my life, so I'm just gonna go home." Like you can't just say that to someone, okay?
Well,
and so I've been put in a situation.
I mean, when you don't have a car, you can't say that to someone.
Yeah,
You're waiting for your ride.
You don't carry rollerblades, or you don't wear Heelys.
Well, no, I did drive over to her place, so it was fine. But I found myself in a situation where I had to orchestrate a very intricate lie to get out of the situation. And I don't consider myself to be a great actor, but I thought, here's my time to shine.
This is your moment.
And so I start laying the groundwork, and I'm like petting her dog, and I'm like, hey, did I tell you that I adopted a dog recently? And
oh shoot, my dog.
And wait for it. And she says, oh, that's great. Tell me more about your dog. And I said, oh, well, she's a black lab pit bull mix. She has like ridiculously long nipples for whatever reason, and they said it's because she already had a batch of kids. And then I was telling her all about her and how affectionate she was. And then I showed.
Sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
But then I showed her pictures of my roommate's dog that looks exactly like that. And she said, oh, she's so cute and adorable. That's cute. We should have a doggy play date. And I was like, yeah, maybe, but, I haven't had her for that long, so I don't know how she's going to interact with other dogs. There's a lot of stuff to learn about her and blah, blah, blah. It's been kind of a real process getting to know this animal and, all the ins and outs and stuff. And then I changed the subject. All right. We start talking about stuff in her apartment, and I'm just stalling. And then the phone starts ringing, and I pick it up, and my friend says, "Hey, this is the call. Hopefully this helps." And
yeah, I'll be right there.
She said I'll keep talking. When you pause, so it sounds like we're having an actual conversation. And so I say, "Oh, really? Oh, that's a huge bummer. So what's going on? Like, is it a lot?" And and then
pause. Possibilities as to what could be going on.
Yes, and then I pause, and she says, "I have no idea what you're talking about, but man, this is gonna sound great." I say, "Really? Like all over the carpet?" And then she says something, and I say, "Wasn't the top on?" Then more pause. Like, oh, she's doing it again? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, no, you don't have to clean it up. I'll come home and take care of it. No, seriously, dude. Like, I can't ask you to do that. It's my dog now, and I have to take responsibility for this. And so I take the phone away from my ear, and I say, look, like, my dog's really sick. She got into the garbage and ate something, and she's throwing up all over our house. And but I don't want to stop you from going out. So you just go out without me. Text me where you go and what your plan is, and I'll try and go home, clean it up, and hopefully she'll be feeling better, and I'll meet you out there. because I didn't want to like stop her from doing what she wanted to do.
On her boyfriend's birthday.
But so then I get back on the phone. And it's like, yeah, I'll be there soon. And so I just left. And honestly, I said, hey, like, and then I texted her like 20 minutes later, after she had texted me where she was and what her plan was. And I said, yeah, sorry,
There's shit everywhere.
No, I said, so my dog got into the trash can and ate an expired chicken breast and the plastic bag it was in. And she's throwing up everywhere. And honestly, like, I'm a really sympathetic puker, so I'm not feeling too hot right now either. And I'm really sorry. So I'm just going to have to give her some hydrogen peroxide and hope that she throws it all up. And really, really just take care of her. I'm so sorry. And she's like, oh, you poor things. Like, I'm so sorry. Oh. But honestly, like, I feel like it's kind of fucked up that I lied like that. But at the same time, if you're going to bring all that stuff into my life and just expect me to roll with it and, like, be okay with all the weird interactions.
But she was so
after I already
with you.
Yeah, after I already watched you yell at this guy in public. Like,
well,
what's going to happen next?
One I'll tell you about my experience with
that's what I want you to do.
But let's see, what were we talking about right before I interrupted you?
You weren't talking about anything, were you?
No. What were you? Let's see.
No, yeah. So basically, Doug and I have both gone out with this girl, but I want to hear Doug's story as well.
Yeah, I had another point, but I guess I'll do that instead. Yeah. So like I matched with her on Tinder as well, and this is when she lived out in Calallen, which fucking sucked, so bad, dude. It was like in the country, and so I go and I pick her up, and we go downtown, and we go to a couple bars, and we start doing a little making out like at Grubhub. And
classy establishment.
Yeah, dude, just killing it in the class game, crushing class, rushing glass, crushing class,
slapping ass.
Yes. Okay, yeah. And so, sorry, what was I saying?
You guys were making out at Grubhub.
Okay, yeah. And so then we go back to Dr. Rockets and listen to some music, and then like I had left my wallet at home. All I had was cash on me, and I'd run out of cash. So I was like, we'll go back to my place. I'll pick up my wallet, and we'll go to a bar, close to your place to finish up the night. It was like 1:15 or something. And so we get over there. We get to her place, and we're like, make it out on the front porch for a little while. And then I was like, hey. Oh, and I remember what I was going to say earlier.
Sweet.
I was like, hey, I'm kind of thirsty. Should we get a glass of water? And she's like, look, we'd been making out for like 5 or 10 minutes on her porch. And she's like, no, I need to go to bed. And just like shuts me down. And I'm like 30 minutes away from home. And like I ended up like 5 minutes from home, I ran out of gas because I had driven, basically out to her place 4 times. But no, what I was going to say is you were talking about the excuses that you give people, and like lately, or like the past year and a half or so, the best excuses I've come up with were like to get out of hanging out with a girl after sex. And so like the 2 best I had were, one was I had already made up a string of excuses like months leading up to this with different girls, like I'd used a lot, so I was kind of exhausted from lying. And so at a certain point, like I finished having sex with this girl, and we were like laying next to each other, and I just like look over at her, and I was like, you know what, I don't really do sleepovers. And I was like waiting for the worst, because that's like a dick thing to tell a girl. And she just like, okay, cool. And like I walked her to the door, and I was like, wait, like I was confused. I didn't know like what the deal was. Like I was like, are you sure you don't not want? And then I started to like invite her back, and I was like, you should stay. And then finally she left. But another one I did was, this girl wanted me to stay over after we had sex. Like, she pulled out a new toothbrush, and she's like, I can never fall asleep without brushing my teeth. And I was like, oh, shit, me neither. And so I go over to the sink, and I, like, start to put the toothpaste on, and I feel, like, a slight hint of heartburn. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, perfect. Use this moment. Like, I used, like, how you had your moment. Like, I used that moment. I was like doubled over in pain. I was just like, oh man, this is awful. Not right now. And she was like, what's wrong? I was like, I get this intense acid reflux sometimes. And she like sits me down on the bed and she brings me like a glass of the coldest water fucking known to man. It was weird. Like I think she shook it in a martini glass so I'd feel better. Like she brings it over and she's like, "Do you take that you take that?" And I was like, I looked at her, I was like, "Prescription strength Prilosec OTC?" "Yeah, but it's at home. I'll have to go get it and then maybe I can come back." And she's like, "Well, if you have to go, you have to go." And I was like, "I'm gonna have to." And I was like, that was the proudest I'd been of lying, to get out of a situation.
See, I wasn't proud. It's just like
I'm a bad person.
Like, well, I don't know, Mark. What do you think?
Bad person. What?
I'm sure you've done this too.
Mark, you've had sex with girls,
right?
right? You would have had to have, right?
Right? Question mark. No, tell us some of the excuses you've used to get out of really compromising social situations.
Doesn't even have to be sex. It could be like just hand jobs or something.
Yeah.
Dude.
I don't even have like good excuses though. Like y'all put those are like pretty elaborate.
Those are pretty good, right?
Those are pretty borderline psychotic.
Well, see, I got back to my friend's place and I was like, yeah, just give me a fucking Academy Award right now. I earned it.
Be more like a daytime Emmy, though, right?
Yeah, whatever works.
I'm not good at lying like that.
So,
like,
Mark,
excuses.
what do you
Pick
feel?
up the phone and
What do you feel about war and politics? Just take a strange turn. Tell me everything you know.
you're gonna that.
I feel like we hit the best part of the podcast.
I feel
again
like-
on Japanese.
Yeah.
That cold open. I like the way we introduced that too. There's just a little pause, and you're like, "This is Andy Abode. I'm a real person. I don't know who it is, but this is our podcast." I'm gonna steal that identity now.
That's fine.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Gabby, who's that?
So, yeah, we're just dissecting the podcast that we're currently doing. This is so meta.
That's comic brilliance.
No, you don't have to edit it. It's fine. Who cares?
I'm gonna have to edit it.
No, hopefully.
So I can say Jew.
You go for it.
Nice. No, I'm gonna save
I'm
it.
not
but
gonna edit out bad words. I'm gonna edit out the things that like people don't want to hear, like their names.
like Gabrielle.
Sure.
I like that you like you'd said Mabby or something. You said Gabby, and
Babby.
I was just like, no, come on. I didn't want you to say your name, and then you're like, yeah, it'd be Babby. But I was like, dude, there's like one last name that rhymes with Badcliffe.
No, yeah, that's because that's what I said.
Yeah, well, we both know that it's not. Does she social media? Does she internet?
Yeah.
She knows how to reset a router if it like gets.
You can I am her.
Yeah.
Aim.
Dude,
If you're listening to this, please don't. She probably won't listen to this podcast, so I feel safe.
what if I tagged her in it?
I would hate you.
I guess yours is a little worse than mine.
Way worse.
Yeah, way worse. but she came off pretty bad in your story. Where on my story, it just came off like I was trying to have sex with her. And
Right.
It didn't happen.
Well, see, yeah, I mean, that wasn't necessarily even my goal. I was just like,
me neither. I wanted to be friends. Just really, really talk about how Meg Ryan was the Lauren Bacall of the 90s. Some movie guy in Hollywood's going to be like, that's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. Lauren Bacall, that's a great reference. He knows who that is.
this is a very, very niche statement there. I don't know.
Yeah, I like this. I might start my own podcast.
What would you call it?
Yeah.
How Bizarre with Doug Dalton.
That's pretty good.
Whoa.
I like
I know
that.
it is because
How
I told
bizarre.
Mark Joseph 10 minutes ago.
Man, that's a great.
That sounds like a conspiracy theory podcast.
How bizarre.
Hey, how
How
bizarre
bizarre.
would it
How
be
bizarre.
if Kennedy was
An alien.
aliens?
Wow.
Well, what if he was aliens?
You already have a theme song too. That
I know, and I was telling him I could probably buy it for like $8. Even though the ironic part of that is OMC, the band that sings that, the acronym OMC is something Millionaires Club, and I doubt they got to $1 million. Like maybe net worth, but not actual like take home cash.
yeah, that's an important distinction to make. Thank you, Doug.
You guys wouldn't have this without me. You also wouldn't have the sex appeal that Mark Joseph
feel like
can't
we're
really
hitting
convey
it.
it
I
with his
feel like
voice, but he's a hot
we're
piece
hitting
of ass.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Shalom.
That's true. Doug does have a sexy voice.
He is.
probably
I
gonna
sound
say-
like I'm an extra from Dazed and Confused. Like I was just hanging out in the back and I almost got a line. Or what is it? Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Maybe.
I don't know. I
Oh,
feel like it's weird that- Actually, Andy, since you are since you are from out of state, do you, like me and Mark don't sound like we have any kind of Texas
Do we
accent.
sound twangy to you?
20?
Twangy.
If anything, we probably sound like slurred in some senses. Like I know
Well, that's because of the alcohol.
No, but like in general, people here like they get lazy when they speak. They don't say probably. They say probably.
Or probably.
Yeah, probably.
I've noticed-
I probably won't even acknowledge next time I say
One of the
that.
first things I noticed about the way Mark speaks is when he does his
It's like Woody Allen.
no
I talk like a California girl.
no
Like,
I'm Mark Joseph. Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
no Mark's joke about NWA
Yeah.
and he I think it should have been rated PG.
Been so good for the kids.
It would have been so good for the kids, but he doesn't say the kids. He says it would have been so good for the kids.
for the kids. What do you say?
It would have been so
gay
good
guy?
for the kids.
With the kids.
DA.
You
Like,
say something else that sounds kind of like
Oh god damn it!
what somebody from...
I've never noticed that when I listen, like when I record myself, I don't hear that. So there must be like a.
you're gonna
ingrained
That's going to
accent
change your comedy career. It's all going
You're
to
gonna
come
notice it,
together
huh?
for you now.
take off after that.
Yeah, you got to give us some sort of...
Like literally lost because they'll never show up.
Y'all ever seen that show? That show was crazy, fool.
Lost was crazy, yeah. No, so yeah, we might as well wrap it up since we don't know how much we lost.
I don't know how much we lost either. I got like
Jeez.
87 batteries from Dollar General for like $3.
Dang.
Is
I noticed y'all have a Dollar General right in the neighborhood.
Dang
That must be pretty
technology.
convenient.
Yeah, that's true.
There's so many batteries here.
Yeah, so for you guys listening, we got kind of screwed by the technology here. We had battery low, it stopped recording. We don't know when it did.
That was a weird way to say that. weird stuff. Battery
That's
low.
crazy.
Stopped recording too.
What are you gonna do?
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, some stuff happened and we lost some audio. You know, this is probably gonna sound weird
Man, I
tacked
wonder
on
how
at the
much we
end,
lost.
but
Our
Yeah.
intern Tad is dead.
hopefully not a lot.
Oh God.
This is the
Oh
best.
no.
You sound like a watch salesman named Ira.
You really do look like an Ira.
Ira.
I look like an
Goldstein.
Ira.
That was super original Jewish.
I remember.
I remember.
Remember when prices were this low?
Anyways,
It's wicked
Thank you,
funny.
thank
bro.
you. I've been on all night, apparently.
yeah, let's wrap it up before we lose more audio.
Bad,
Or
battery low again.
audience.
No, that's not.
Seriously? Oh. Well, anyways, this has been another episode of the Uneducated Statements podcast. I'm Andy Abode.
Body karate.
Mark Joseph.
Doug Dalton.
Yeah,
I'm Doug Dalton.
Doug Joseph.
I'm Mark Markston. Andy Abode, everybody.
This is so hard. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Fuck.